I'm coming on um because I found something in the morning pages from last year, and it's about how I would get in trouble for sexually acting out as a toddler, um and nobody ever asked me about my home life. So again, um this is the kind of stuff that happened to me as a toddler. I was going into strangers' hotel rooms when I was 7. My virginity was auctioned when I was in 5th grade, so it was 9 or 10. This is the kind of stuff that goes on, and nobody caught this or nobody cared to look into it. I was a toddler that was stigmatized. And again, this channel is to show how messed up it is. So it's to defend Asian girls, Asian American girls and women, um, to defend survivors of narcissistic abuse, child sex trafficking, physical violence against them. Like you can hear in my other uploads, I'm 54 years old and I'm still injured. It doesn't go away. So this is what I wrote last year. Secondhand drug fumes and bad nutrition, greasy hair, dandruff, bruises and pains, same clothes every day. Being delighted every time I was allowed to be a child. So the summer I spent with my grandmother, um, I was allowed to be a child. That's the summer after 5th grade. I was allowed to play with other children. I was allowed to talk to other children. But I wasn't allowed to before that. I only was allowed to talk to children in school, but they didn't want that either. Um, I if you read that book, Crummy, no, is it Crummy? Yeah, it's Crummy by Linda Barry. Um, the character, she was the opposite. She was yeah, the girl wasn't allowed to talk in school except for to answer questions that the teacher asked and to be smart. The other stuff is not like the physical violence, yes. The kind of stuff that's damaging to the brain, yes. But I wasn't hypersexualized in the way you might think. But I was trafficked for sex. While the girl in Linda Barry's book, eh, she was made to look like a boy. But anyways, I will continue with stuff I wrote. And again, this is morning pages. This isn't a poem. This isn't an essay. My mother got so angry when I was stroking my genital area while balancing on a monkey bar. I must have been 3 or 4. I think other parents noticed me and were disgusted. I was only doing what I was conditioned to do at home. I was forced to feel shame at what I was taught to do. I was balancing on a monkey bar, proud that I can do 2 things at once, but got scolded. I am so disgusted. I was being sexually abused, but non penetratively, till I was about 9 or 10. As far as I remember, I say that because it was in 5th grade, and I'm born late in the year, so I am like one of the younger kids that would start a grade. Um, because I was born in a birth month that's after September when the semester starts, but before December. So that's why I was 9 or 10. Um, where am I? Yeah. So I thought. I'll continue reading. I thought it got real bad when my father quit his job, became a full-time drunk, and assaulted me every day. Now I realize any sexual abuse is wrong. That, to put it in context, I used to think that sexual abuse was okay when it was non-penetrative, but now I mean, all this stuff mixed together, my parents not accepting me, but also stigmatized, told I was, you know, told I was to listen to my parents. They love me while also telling me what they taught me was wrong. I guess they didn't know that my parents taught me, but they also didn't ask. So if you see a kid sexually acting out, please don't blame the kid. And if you're in a position where you're supposed to report this, teachers, school nurses, please report this, even if gonna be um it's gonna be annoying for you. It adds to your day. Please report this because no one, these kids, they they don't they don't know any better. I didn't know any better, right? I I know now, but if children are gaslit, told inconsistent things, it's up to the adults who are responsible to pull them out of it, or else society crumbles, right? I've been on disability. I've been on Medicaid, food stamps, all that, costing taxpayers money, and still this goes on because people are too lazy to report this shit, even if they're supposed to. Okay, I'm gonna continue. Although I didn't believe that it was okay to sexually abuse small kids, that the real damage was from the beatings. And I repeat, like, all my spinal issues and my hips, my hip socket and my brain MRI like not being okay, even if I haven't experienced cognitive decline, all this shit. Okay. So that's maybe I'll go on tomorrow with more. But this shit doesn't go away. People don't grow out of it. I've been in therapy. It's not a magic eraser. I've been in bad relationships. People didn't tell me any better. Um, it's very damaging. So please report this shit if you see it. And especially if it's part of your job to do it. You're getting paid. If you don't want to do this kind of stuff, get into another line of work because really, I studied to be an art teacher, K to 12, and I had to go through child abuse training, child abuse reporting training that included noticing these things. Children don't know. It's up to the adults to 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 get them help, and it's up to the adults to help.